What if you looked at your sex life a whole different way? A way that will change your attitude and your wife's desire for you forever. It's a new perspective, and you will feel empowered, directed, and challenged. So no more waiting for her, no more waiting for things to change, and no more fear that she's going to be pushing you away. So are you ready to enter into this new paradigm? The new paradigm is that you begin to look at your sex life like your new sex life hobby. Before I get into the details of this, I want you to comment below your favorite hobby. Now, what hobby do you do that keeps you going, that you put a lot of energy into, that you really love being part of and getting better and better at all the time? I'm going to use the hobby weightlifting. Now, when you start weightlifting, when you start to go into this hobby, you put all of your energy into it because you want to feel some physical change in your body and you want to feel better and feel more confident. And you can keep going and learning in this hobby because there's no upper limit to how far you can go. Now, can you get to that super muscle man within a few days or weeks? No, it takes months, maybe years of going to the gym, of doing the exercises over and over again, of building up the muscle, of figuring out what works for you and what doesn't work for you, and a lot of practice. Now let's adopt the same strategy for your new sex life hobby. You're going to put in a lot of curiosity, a lot of interest, a lot of research, so you can get really good at it and become the best ever sex life hobbyist. You're going to go into your new sex life hobby with full-on excitement, interest, and curiosity. I mean, you want to be the best lover ever, and nothing is going to stop you until you get there. And what are your goals for this new hobby of yours? Well, you want your wife desiring you. You want to have sex often. You want to explore in your sexuality. You want to have an extraordinary sexual life. You want others to look at you and wonder why you're radiating and look so happy and joyful. Now, how is that for goal setting for this new sex life hobby? Now, if you want to build muscles at the gym, you want to look really physically fit, and you want to feel really emotionally strong, you have to go to the gym at least 4 times a week and practice. And the same thing goes for your sex life hobby. You have to practice. Now, this doesn't mean that you're having intercourse every time. There are many different levels of practicing to get better at your hobby. You're going to start out this hobby knowing that there are many challenges and that you are going to face those challenges and you are going to find solutions. Now, you don't want to jump into a hobby too fast, right? If you go to the gym, you want to go to the gym and you want to start this as a hobby, and you go in and you start pumping weights and you pump everything as hard as you possibly can, and you do the arms and your legs and your stomach and you spend hours there, you're going to leave there and you're going to be in so much pain that you probably will never want to go again. Now, your sex life hobby is the same. You're going to go slow, you're going to learn, you're going to grow, you're going to get solutions, you're going to be loving and caring and directed and face your challenges and look for solutions so you can get better. It's always going to be positive and forward looking, going towards your goals.
I can do it.
So let's look at the most important goal here in this sex life hobby. How can I be the best lover ever so that my wife truly desires me? So number 1, learn as much as possible about this topic. Number 2, learn how I can get myself into the best shape so I can be the best lover ever. Number 3, learn about masculine and feminine energies so I can really understand my wife. Number 4 is to be curious and ask questions so that I come to understand even better. Number 5 is to listen to what my wife is saying about her desires so that I can find solutions that work.
Get it, I got it.
Number 6, if things aren't working, then change them up and experiment even more so that I can be the best at this hobby ever. So keep moving forward and experimenting and learning and trying new things. Even if I'm uncomfortable, even if I'm scared, even if it feels weird, because I want to really understand this hobby. And number 8, never give up in this hobby, because I love this hobby and I know that once I master it, it's going to make my life so incredible. You want to look at your new sex life hobby with your eyes wide open, okay? First of all, look at where am I right now in my sex life? And where do I want to go? Where would I like it to be? So you have this whole gap in between that, as the perspective of a hobby, you can start to map it out. You can start to learn as you go along and see if it's leading you towards this end goal. If it's not, then you have to change it up. You have to learn more. You have to get more information. You have to do whatever it takes, because this goal of the hobby has to be fulfilled. Now, once you get to that end goal, then you're going to be seeing that there are other goals that you would like to reach, and that will continue to expand and expand and expand. But start with, where am I now? Where do I want to be? And make it your goal to get there. And then from there, you can continue to grow within this hobby that you have. Like any kind of hobby that you're going to do, you have to put some time and energy into it if you want to see results. That's just what you have to do, right? A hobby is about doing something that you like so that you can get better at it. And I think that this is a great perspective, because suddenly you have so much more power here. You're not the poor me pointing fingers at the other person that it's their fault. You're taking charge. You're going to do it yourself. You're going to make it work. Because in any hobby that you do, it's totally up to you to create the results that you want to have. And there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs, and that doesn't stop you. Just continue to flow with it. Continue to grow, to continue to make the changes that are necessary that are going to get you to the end goal. This is a hobby that you are going to do for a long time. It's a hobby that intrigues you. It's a hobby that you know when you have a partner that, yes, there's challenges and there's difficulties, but that doesn't stop you. You can get through these challenges. You're a winner. You know that people do it and people have incredible sex life hobbies, and you're going to be one of those sex life hobbyists as well. Now, I know the biggest challenge, of course, is your wife. But if you go into it and look at this like a sex life hobby, and you really feel like, I want my wife to really start playing, to really love sex as well, to feel really comfortable in sex, to feel pleasure in her body, to feel comfortable in talking about sex and expressing how to talk about sex, and to really get into a place where she is loving the connection that we're having. Yes, that is your challenge. Be more tender and patient and listen to her concerns, and then try to find the solutions that can help her. And I mean, try to find them. Like, you might have to do some internal work yourself to find those solutions. But if you want to make this a successful hobby, this is something that is necessary. You do not stop. You are always searching out the possible methods, the possible new directions, the possible new techniques that are going to work, so that she can start to slowly come into the circle and feel that you really care. And she starts to feel that you are really honoring your sex life, because you are willing to do whatever it takes to try to make it a better situation. Then she's going to really start to desire you, desire that you care so much, that you are putting the time and the energy into making this something really special for the two of you. There are so many solutions that all you have to do is open the door to the possibilities of this hobby and go for it. If you had a weight training hobby and you went in the first day and it was too hard and too difficult and the challenges were not changing your body immediately, yes, you could quit and you could go sit on the couch and continue doing nothing about it. Or you could say, hey, I'm going to change my body. I've seen others do it and I want to do this as well. And you would keep going back and you would keep practicing and you learn more about the equipment and you'd learn more about what to do. And you would probably get yourself a personal trainer to really teach you how to excel in this new hobby of yours. Same thing with your sex life hobby. One thing you can do is to get a trainer, a coach, who can help you excel, who can lead you along the way, can give you some tips. Watch my videos. Contact me and let's have a chat. There are lots of resources out there to make this the best ever sex life hobby. So now you're underway into this new sex life hobby. I'm here to support you. I'm going to give you many more videos that are going to support your sex life hobby. So keep connected with me. Try out my programs. Connect with me and have some personal training if you would like around your sex life. And let's make this the best time in your life. Much love making.